just fucking jump right into it. Do we have extra?
Well,
Did anyone send pics for 2009? Just so I have an
I'm
idea.
not seeing any. It looks like
Oh,
Kate's got.
they're about to come in hot and heavy.
Yeah, we
Yeah, let's get those 2009 movie pics in.
Anyone in Twitch, 2009 films, Google it.
Yeah, it wasn't the best year, but it had some
Definitely
good
not,
stuff.
yeah.
Terrible year.
There was some good stuff. I was like,
Three
there
of
was
the
a couple
ones we
movies
talked
that I was
about.
like on the fence about.
Yeah, like 3 of the 5 on this list, I consider talking about. Well, one I obviously am talking about, but 2 of the others I held off just because we've talked about one of the directors a lot, and held off on another one because I've talked about similar comedies often. But I fucking love this comedy. Spoiler alert: Hank Mardukas is involved in this one.
My best friend.
All right, should we dive right in?
Yeah,
let's go for it.
Or we're gonna drag us all in right now.
Ooh,
Corey,
segue.
Let's go.
Yeah, so I watched this actually very recently, probably within the past month, I think. Drag Me to Hell, Sam Raimi's zany movie that he did after Spider-Man 3. Mike, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I guess this was after
it was his palate cleanser.
Exactly. Like after everything that happened with Spider-Man 3, how he wasn't able to make the movie that he wanted to make, he went and made an awesome campy horror movie. Alison Lohman, Justin Long, probably missing a couple other people that pop up in the movie, but it's basically Alison Lohman. She's a bank teller and she does wrong to like a witch, a woman who she's a witch, and she curses her. And the movie just goes off the rails from there. It's really campy. If you like any of Sam Raimi's like other like horror movies, and you haven't seen this one, it's very much in that vein, like Evil Dead. Great twist ending. Still holds up really well. Special effects are not as good, but obviously that's fine because the movie came out such a long time ago at this point. But yeah, it still holds up incredibly well.
Has anyone else seen this one?
Too scary for me.
No.
You would not find this scary.
This is not scary.
It's not. You would actually like it, I think, because you like his other horror movies. And
I like Army of Darkness, which is not scary. It's funny and it's not overly gory. I will not watch Evil Dead.
This movie isn't.
It's got some gross scenes, I remember.
Yeah, it has
not anything gory.
Yeah, it has some gross scenes, but like any of the gore that does happen, it's so comedic. Like not comedic. It's so like outlandish that it's not even gory. It's just ridiculous. So maybe check it out. I think it's on something. Hulu maybe.
This one didn't do anything for me when I saw it back in the day. I'm just not like a huge like fan of that slapstick horror humor. But I could definitely see how if you are a fan of that taste that you would enjoy this film.
Actually, this is on Peacock. That's where I watched it.
All right. Doug, you've got a fantastic one on your list.
Yeah, I'm guessing mine was the one that you were talking about where you said we talked about the director too much.
I almost picked
I didn't say we talked about too much. We've just talked about him a bunch.
Yeah.
Talked about him a lot.
Definitely a lot.
This is a Quentin Tarantino movie, probably my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie. Inglourious Basterds. I just love this fucking movie. The beginning scene with Christoph Waltz, where he goes to the family's house and that's harboring this Jewish family.
Shoshana
is one of the most
that seems like a half hour long.
Yeah, it feels like it.
It's so tense. It's so well done. Christoph Waltz does such a great job. I don't think I had heard of Christoph Waltz, and probably not most of the world had heard of, or at least the country had heard of Christoph Waltz until that. And he just walked that line from like being a really relatable, nice guy to turning to like a horrible human being so well. He was such a good villain in this movie. And then the other standout thing to me, outside of just, I think, just being one of Quentin Tarantino's stronger screenplays overall, is Brad Pitt has such fun with his role, as especially I mean, one of the things that just stand out to me the most is when Brad Pitt's Southern general character has to pretend to be Italian.
A river dirt.
It's just so badly done. I'm just like, yeah, like Corey said, like Riverdacci, like just like the most Southern way you could say an Italian word is how Brad Pitt delivers it, and you just know immediately if you got this Brad Pitt's Southern general character having to try to pretend to be Italian, like the plan is done, like it's over, like they're onto you. Just such a fun movie. I think it embraces like Quentin Tarantino's desire to go over the top, but just such a great screenplay, such great acting.
Introduced us to so many like actors. Like you
Yeah.
already said, Christoph Waltz, but Daniel Bruhl was
Sting.
now
Yep.
Zemo. Yeah, Sting, who comes out with his baseball bat.
Yeah.
Michael Fassbender.
Mm-hmm.
Dirk. Melanie Laurent. Plenty of people.
Dirk made a great call out. The underground bar scene. That was another really tense and awesome moment of that movie.
Yep.
It's the Mexican standoff, right?
Yeah. That scene is amazing. And
it's a great scene,
like, it's like Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
He just like the way in that movie, like that Quentin Tarantino just like has you so tense during those scenes, like the Christoph Waltz beginning scene, the Mexican standoff scene. It's just so well done. It's one of those movies where there's just so many moments where you're just on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Of like, is this gonna backfire? Is this gonna blow up?
One thing I love about that movie is so many of the foreign actors, German actors, what have you, that he got for the roles in that film, and each one of them like killed it, like knocked it out of the park. Like Hellstrom, the SS officer in the Mexican standoff scene. Like there's so many. There's just so many great performances.
The other thing I like too, that you made me think of, that other movies do as well, but when they're in Germany, they're speaking German. When there's French characters, they're speaking the language. I hate when they're just like they just have like a German accent, but they're like speaking.
Dude, they're
never
still speaking
English.
Accent, it's always an English accent to be German.
Yeah, it just like kind of takes me out of like the realism. I like when they're actually speaking the language.
Most of that movie,
it just feels so much more authentic.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, man, Tarantino. He's had plenty of other good ones after this. Wouldn't be shocked to see Django or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood get mentioned in 2012 or 2019.
Yep.
JP, you got a doubleheader?
No, I had your Hank Mardukas up here. I figured we could talk about that. Probably talk about that in a little bit. But I went with Zombieland because I think it's just wholeheartedly on the shoulders of the editing in this movie, because it was just such a fun movie to watch. And all the the transitions with all the rules that they had. And I think Jesse Eisenberg really fit this movie so well as being just the neurotic main character that gets stuck in the zombie apocalypse. It was a refreshing take on zombie movies, which were really played out at the time. This was, I guess, was this in like the real boom of zombie movies? This was around like after I Am Legend, 28 days, 28 weeks later, it was still going on.
It was like when things were about to kick off.
Yeah, it wasn't the peak.
Really? Walking Dead was only a year away. Maybe 2 years away. But yeah, like there had been Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
28 days later.
It was building for sure.
But yeah, I feel like Walking Dead was when things went like fucking crazy with zombies.
Because it really feels almost like a satire of a zombie movie, while still being a zombie movie. And Woody Harrelson's just so good. I even like fucking Emma Stone in it, and I don't really like Emma Stone much.
One of the best cameos is in that movie.
Yeah, Bill Murray cameo was so good. You got your Ghostbusters in there.
I was so mad that got spoiled for me before I saw it.
Ugh.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just a fun movie to watch. And they made another one. Sorry, I've not seen the second one.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
It's
I
fun.
have not.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, I definitely would check it out.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of the same, but I mean, I think because it's been so long since the original came out, like it was kind of it was fresh, I guess, in a way.
It works.
It works. But yeah, I mean that movie just has like so many takes so many of the tropes of zombie movies and kind of turns them in an inventive and unique way.
Yeah, it's
And
a
just makes it
zombie
fun.
movie based on a character, or from the perspective of a character that's seen zombie movies and knows all the tropes and has rules against them all, but still manages to fall for them, I guess, in the end when shit starts to go really bad. Yeah, I enjoy this movie. This is one I can still watch, and I think if you were to put it on right now, I'd watch the whole thing and just I'd enjoy it. Yeah, it's a good movie. I like it.
All right, and then I had J.J. Abrams' Star Trek reboot. Was never a Star Trek guy. Like, I saw a couple of the movies in theaters. I liked the First Contact one. I never watched any of the shows or anything like that. I really liked what he did with this first one, especially in 2009. I thought he casted everyone like perfectly. Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Carl Urban, Anton Yelchin, Simon Pegg, Zoe Saldana. I feel like there's John Cho. I think that's the entire crew. I thought they were all great. I think I liked it because it was a little more Star Wars-y than Star Trek-y.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucked for this series because by the time the third one came out, Force Awakens had already come out. So like it was old news at that point. Like, so it really only had one movie where it really shined, because even by the time that Into Darkness came out, we already knew Force Awakens was coming out, and then Guardians of the Galaxy came out that next year. So yeah, by the time Star Trek Beyond came out, there was not only Star Wars, the real thing, but there was also Guardians of the Galaxy. And Zoe Saldana was in that one also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
she loves space.
We had Chris Hemsworth first big role too in that movie.
That's true. What got him noticed and got him the part of Thor. Eric Bana was a solid bad guy in that first one. I thought he was better than Cumberbatch was decent as Khan. He just wasn't really what people were expecting as Khan. Even though they tried to play it off as if it wasn't Khan, but everyone was like, it's definitely
everyone's like, it's Khan.
What was his name in that movie?
John Harrison.
Oh my god.
Anytime you get like some blanket fucking name like that, everyone's like, okay, so it's somebody that we know.
Yeah. And like a big actor tied to it.
Yeah.
John
it's like, come
Harris.
on. But yeah, that first one in 2009, I just thought was a blast. Just they didn't replicate it. Into Darkness I enjoyed. Star Trek Beyond I did not really like.
Yeah, I didn't like that one either.
And that one didn't have J.J. Abrams involved as a director. By then he moved on to Star Wars. And did Force Awakens. But similar, and Star Wars ended pretty shitty too. By the time that got to its third one, it had gone completely downhill. So similar situations. Who knows if this cast will come back for Star Trek 4? If they do, it'll be minus Anton Yelchin.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
They never did. They never got William Shatner, right? I know they had Leonard Nimoy as like.
They followed this
from like.
It was canon, so he was dead. They followed the canon of the original movies and stuff. So he died, I guess, in Star Trek Generations, so he couldn't be in it. It's just in this alternate universe. So if he was in it, it would have to be another version of him, I guess.
I always felt like these movies were not a sum of their parts. I think with the cast that they assembled, I always found these movies to be incredibly generic and just sort of boring. Honestly, like with the cast of the first movie, you have Eric Bana as the villain. You have that whole Star Trek, the Enterprise crew. The cast is wonderful, and it's just like I don't know. These movies were always just super flat to me. I don't know what it is. I should like them more.
Yeah,
but I don't. It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't mean to come in and be a bummer.
No, not at all. If we all agreed on everything, it'd be boring. But yeah, no, I think we've all made our thoughts on the entire trilogy clear. That by the end, none of us enjoyed it.
Once the Beastie Boys start playing and the ships start exploding, I was damn near ready to walk out of the theater.
Yeah, I mean, didn't feel like a Star Trek movie. That's why I think I enjoyed it as much as I did. But then once the real thing came back, it was on to Star Wars. So
true.
All right. Extra picks. What we got from people? JP, you want to call some out?
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Which one's this one? Does Snape
We've
kill
talked
Dumbledore?
about Harry Potter a bunch on this yearly film series.
Snape does kill Dumbledore. Doesn't he?
Doug.
Oh, is this the one?
This is Snape. Yeah, Snape kills Dumbledore.
Yep, you are correct, JP. Ding,
My
ding, ding.
God. I think I was premature last time we did this.
You were.
I called out a Snape
I even had to
killing
question
Dumbledore.
myself.
But
good movie.
Yeah, this is my favorite one of the series. I thought it balanced everything nicely.
Yeah. Got The Lovely Bones. I know you guys have watched this one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I read the book. I read the book too because I was excited about Peter Jackson's first post Lord of the Rings King Kong thing.
This movie did nothing for me,
Yeah.
but I didn't read the book. It was disappointing.
Not very good.
I remember
the most memorable part was Stanley Tucci just being like super creepy.
Yeah,
Tooch.
It was like off-brand for Tooch.
I remember Murph. I remember you saying to me after the movie, like it was. I mean, most movies are not better than the book, but you were like, "This was absolutely the book was absolutely better than the movie."
Yeah, now I guess this was one of Saoirse Ronan's first lead roles. Now that I think about it,
I think so.
But she was in Atonement, but she was a supporting character.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this didn't really work. And then Peter Jackson went to The Hobbit after that, which also didn't
really work.
Yeah.
No, that
he's been downhill ever since Lord of the Rings ended.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
All right, what do we got next?
We got Dirk chiming in with The Hangover.
Classic.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
not Todd Phillips' best, but definitely up there.
Yeah, that was talked about for a long time, and then they made it again a couple years later.
They did a remake 2 years later.
Yeah. Is the third one the same movie, just repackaged? I've never seen
I think
third.
so, yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I think
third one's a little different, but they go back to Vegas. It's like Ocean's 13, essentially.
Gotcha. Good movie. Dirk's also a big fan of Hank Mardukas. He's got I Love You, Man.
Classic.
Great movie.
Yeah.
It's Paul Rudd being Paul Rudd.
Yep.
Two great performances.
Yeah. It gave us Man
from
Cave.
Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. Yeah, slapping the bass.
Slapping the bass. I'm so fucking sick of hearing the word Man Cave nowadays.
Rashida Jones.
That's where it originated. Rashida Jones, fantastic in this. Yeah.
J.K. Simmons, Andy Samberg, a lot of big people now.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Joe Latrugio.
This is actually streaming too. I think it's on Netflix.
That old guy. Don't know his name. But he's got
Lennon.
Fast and Furious, which is
the kind of, well, not really a reboot, but the first kind of sequel where it brings everyone back. After kind of feels like it's retconning 2 and 3, but then 5 reverses that.
It's a weird movie
because it takes place before 3. Nobody from 2 other than Paul Walker's in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically a direct sequel to the first one.
Yeah,
but he's well, yeah, kind of, because he's back in the FBI. He's in the FBI now.
Yeah,
that's a weird movie. Very weird movie.
They would get way better after.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't hate this one. I was trying to figure out where in the pantheon of Fast and Furious movies this one sits, and it's weird. I honestly wouldn't even know where to put it.
I mean, I'd put it above Fate of the Furious, Furious 7. That's probably it.
I might put it above 6.
Yeah, you don't like 6.
I'm
I think
souring on
6
6
is
hard.
I think 6 is really good.
Yeah, maybe I got to go back and watch it. Maybe I'll watch all the Fast and Furious movies.
Hey, they're all in theaters starting this Friday.
It's a huge commitment.
One per week for free at plenty of movie theaters.
God damn, that's a commitment.
Yeah, it is.
Got Kate chiming in with some more movies. Got My Sister's Keeper. Never heard of this one.
What is that?
About to find out.
I'm pretty sure that's a book that I saw.
I definitely knew what it was at
reading
some point in my life.
ago.
But I
Abigail Breslin. Big year for her. She was also in Zombieland.
Zombieland.
Little Miss Sunshine before that.
Cameron Diaz, Alec Baldwin.
Ooh, quite the cast.
Yeah, it's an eclectic cast.
Yeah, it's one I have not seen. I don't know if I will see it.
Kate also has Extract, which is
dude, that's a great movie.
Mike Judge,
Mike
right?
Judge, right?
Yeah, I almost put that one on here. It's not his best, but it is a good movie.
That's
I actually almost watched that the other day. I had a hankering to watch it.
His name escapes me. Who's in it?
Jason Bateman.
Jason Bateman, yeah.
Yep.
Great movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. And what's her face is in it from That 70s Show. Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Mila Kunis.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's on my watch list. I think it's on Prime now. I just added it to my list.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. We got Up in the Air too. George Clooney.
That's a really good one.
Yeah. Vera Farmiga, right?
Anna Kendrick Breakout.
Yep.
Yeah, Clooney and Anna Kendrick really hold that movie down.
Yeah, it's a solid movie.
Yeah, Clooney killed it in that one.
They get traveling down for business so right too.
Yeah.
Because everything he did was everything my dad would do when we'd go on a vacation. Man was like a machine in the airport, and you really get to that when you have to travel all the time on an airplane. You're a fucking well-oiled machine walking through those security lines. And then there's a couple more like Twilight. I know we're all big fans of Twilight here. Huge fans. I believe New Moon came out. This was probably the one where they played baseball. I assume that's all the ones where they play baseball.
I think it's a baseball series, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's about baseball.
Yeah, Batman's in it. You know, it's a thing.
And then I saw The Proposals, the last one on the list.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds and Sandra Bullock. That one was actually pretty funny. I watched that on TV one time.
For some reason, I thought Cameron Diaz was in that. I'm thinking of a completely different movie. I thought it was Ryan Reynolds and Cameron Diaz.
Oh, you got her confused with Betty White. Betty White's in that. So Cameron Diaz, Betty White.
So what movie was Ryan Reynolds and Cameron Diaz in that I'm thinking of? Or am I just making it up?
You're probably just making it up.
Cameron Diaz was in a movie that had to do with Proposal, but I don't think Ryan Reynolds was in it.
All right. I'm just tired.
I'll find
What
it.
Happens in Vegas?
That was with Ashton Kutcher.
That was Ashton Kutcher. Google, why are you trying to suggest things to me that are wrong?
Just
you run a very, very well-produced podcast here, and if you're going to feed me erroneous information, I'm going to go search Bing for it then. How do you feel about that?
Erroneous on all counts.
Erroneous on all counts. Yeah.
All right, that's it then. That's 2009.
2009.
Episode 40. There we go.
Wait a second. Oh, fuck. Don't we have to do the decade in review then for the next episode?
Do we, though? We're kind of like, we hit
yeah, we do.
Points.
Ever since we started getting picks from other people, we've definitely expanded. I think you're right, JP. We can.
If you got beef out there and we didn't talk about a movie that you wanted to talk about, get on the Twitch. Tell us what movie you want to watch. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on Twitter.
Email us.
No, don't email us.
Write a letter.
Yeah, write a letter. Let us know.
Call the Live Breathe Film office in our second.
Call Corey on the street.
Call our 1-800.
Tell him you want to watch a movie. You want us to talk about a movie. Stop Corey on the street. Say, I recognized you. Talk about this movie.
Some of you listening can literally do that if you want to.
Yeah, that's true. I would imagine most of you listening probably. But yeah, I mean, I feel like we've wrapped up the early 2000s.
Yeah.
A nice little bow.
Yeah, no, that's fair to say.
We only got like 10 more of these.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It really is.
Started in 1980, and we're now in the 2010s. So, thanks for listening so far.
Yeah.
We got 10 more of these bonus segments to go, and then we've got some other things up our sleeve that we're going to unleash upon you.
Unleash upon you.
I saw Doug's smirking.
Such a, like...
I mean, it's better than, what was the one thing I said? That one, send us your picks.
Yeah. Picks.
Yeah, you can always count on some weird things by midnight when we're finishing recording.
Fatality.
Hey, Doug lasted through this whole.
I'm blown away.
That's amazing. I didn't even have to break out. I did break out.
He was fucking energetic the entire time.
Doug had some late day coffee, I think.
I did enjoy adding that to the YouTube video. Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, I had to break out Jake Gyllenhaal when my camera went out today, but
it's all right.
That's just for Twitch. You come to Twitch.
You watch no, record. Corey, JP's isn't on recording on Zencaster.
What? How is that even possible?
Hopefully you can pull it somewhere else.
He's recording.
It's not moving up like the rest of us for me.
I still see it.
All right, that's
but it also records locally for JP, so it'll upload regardless.
Sorry, panic. I panicked.
It's good.
No, it's actually not. It's actually not recording my voice.
Huh.
That's weird.
I wonder what it's been recording this whole time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely not, because it's been recording on my Oculus.
All right, as long as it's recording.
All right. Well, I'll take a look and we'll see what happens.
Now everyone has got to see how we handle technical difficulties as they go on.
Very few today, which was great.
Oh, it went way better than last week or 2 weeks ago.
The whole time it's been recording through my Oculus, which is all the way over there. Good times.
Awesome.
All right, well, we'll catch everyone in 2010.
All right.
Yeah.